A few moments later.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church right here on the VRR Veteran Revolt Radio. I am your host, John Carmine, a.k.a. Friar Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS at Yo-Yes. I'm a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly. And I'm one of the founding members of this wonderful brand new network, Veteran Revolt Radio. All right, so we got a lot to unpack in a short time to do it. Got a bunch going on. World Series, big fights, MMA, auto racing wrapping up, and yeah, and I'm sure Kyle's got some stuff that I was absolutely gonna bore the fuck out of me, so that's when I'll take my smoke break. But let's bring on the crew. First on, he is my co-host on The Bar, which you can catch every Saturday at 2100 Eastern Standard Time. We had a great show last night, real fun, went way long, but it was still a blast. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. We're always live in our videos on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X, formerly known as Twitter. So getting on over to all of those websites, social media sites, and like, follow us, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up on the videos. We appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously, especially when you comment and share and cross-platform share. What I mean by that, take Facebook and promote it to Twitter, and then take a Twitter and promote it to Rumble, and Rumble's vice versa. Just gets us much more exposure. Since we don't pay anybody to do this and use our own money, it's about the only way we can do it. All right, without further ado, he's the United States Naval veteran, Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, And the big time Boston Red Sox fan. So just like me, his boys are playing golf right now. But we're still gonna have a lot of fun talking about this World Series, which has already been crazy as hell. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the altar of competition, the known as Sport Church, where we worship together, where people play with balls, drive around in circles, and beat the shit out of each other. What up, homie?
Nothing much, man. What's going on?
Not much. Your mic's a little loud.
Oh, it is? Okay. How about now? Better?
A little bit better.
How about now?
A little bit better. A little more.
Better? Better?
We'll live with it. We'll live with it. All right. Next up, the man with the plan, the myth, the legend. Me and this dude have been kicking it around for over 25 years. We met each other, and we're guests at the all-inclusive resort known as 4-3 area, Las Pulgas, Camp Pelton, California. Guests of the most holistic Marine Corps unit in history, ammo company. And we had many shenanigans, some evil shenanigans, some regular shenanigans, some very funny shenanigans. But without further ado, he's my boy. He's our MMA contributor. He is our gambling expert. Without further ado, bring on to the altar of competition here at Sport Church, where men and women drive around in circles, beat the shit out of each other, and play with balls. Brother Bishop Pook Dawg.
You and your shenanigans, my man.
Evil shenanigans.
You and your shenanigans. You know, I can't find my bishop hat.
How do you not find it? How do you not find that? How big is your apartment?
I just woke up. I mean, I'm not lying to you. I just woke up. You know, I work nights. I don't have the bishop hat. I did, however, I got the Marine Corps boonie cover, and so no chanting today. I'm not going to do a chant, but what I will say is this is the Bishop Brother Pook Dawg, the Bishop Brother Pook Dawg from the First Sports Church. Nothing but the truth. And if I were to chant, I would say, let us proclaim the mysteries of boxing robberies to MMA superstars. Woo!
Woo! All right. All right. Next up, last but certainly not least, we call him Pops because, well, he's my Pops. He's been in the auto racing industry for over 50 years, so I know no other person so in tune with the sport other than him. So without further ado, please welcome to the altar of competition. We're going to men and women, play with balls, beat the shit out of each other, drive around in circles, known as Sport Church, Reverend Pops.
Evening, folks. Pook, I will get you a script for next week so you can tell what to say when you come on. How's that?
Oh, my God, Pops. That belongs in the Blue live show.
Anyway, it's good to see you back, even if you don't have your hat.
Yeah.
I told you I just woke up. I don't have my hat.
Emotional damage.
I don't have my hat. I don't have my lines. Look, we're gonna be okay though. I got a Mountain Dew Zero.
Yeah.
Like 5-8 minutes.
All right.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here? I hired you people to try to get a little track lead, not to jump around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots.
You're trying to get us all deplatformed, bro.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Know your fucking place, trash.
Oh my God. There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have, like I said before, we have a lot to unpack and a very short time to do so. So we might as well kick it off as we usually do with the brother Bishop Pook Dawg, man, and some MMA and some boxing happened last night. And
yeah,
apparently I have some clips to play, don't I? You bastard.
Yeah, well, I just sent you. I don't know. I kind of worried about sending you a whole bunch of clips because the last time I sent you a bunch of clips, I noticed when I watched the rebroadcast on Rumble, a lot of my segment was cut out, and it's probably because they came after you for those clips. But I don't think you have any problem with what I sent you today.
Mm-hmm. Well, which one did you? What do you like? Me
Go
to
ahead,
start with?
just put the Instagram shorts there. There's 2 of them. You can play them in any order you want. I'll talk about them. We can talk about all this because I'm going to unpack that whole fight. We're going to talk. Well, I'm not going to go round by round because I didn't score it round by round, but I will talk about round by round scoring versus what happened last night.
And, guys, don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. I'm sorry to interrupt, Pook. I really am. I'm sorry. Don't let me forget. I have footage of Taylor Swift on her way to see her and Brittany Holmes on the way to a Chiefs game. Actually,
who cares about that, bro?
You're gonna want to see it, man.
The week that the Dolphins, Dolphins scored 70. All they could talk about is that stupid hole.
Yeah.
That was so horrifying.
You're gonna want to see this, so don't let me forget it. All right, which one? The fight of the century? Is that the one you want me to put up first?
Yeah, sure. Put it up.
All right, man. See if it fucking. I've got about 6,000 fucking windows open, so it takes a minute to get this shit done, man.
Well, we're loaded up in trucking.
All right, there we go.
Be done.
You ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna take this stupid thing off. Piss me off. Get my Cubs hat on. See my beard.
So before you click this, let's talk about this. All right, so here we got Tyson Fury today. Act like nothing happened. Obviously, he's got a fight with Usyk. That was scheduled for like the 23rd of December. Looks like that's getting pushed back. That's what he talks about here, I think. What I really want everyone to concentrate is on this dude's face. And this is my argument for round by round scoring. Right here. This dude's face.
See you all sometime next year. Have a good Christmas if I don't see you. A happy New Year.
He just ran into a door, that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll put the biggest fight of our generation on, the fight of the century for the Undisputed Championship of the world.
You said it.
See you all
You said it, Pops.
Next
back
year.
in your
Have a
back
good
in your
Christmas if I
time,
don't see you. And a happy New Year.
Back in your time, Pops, before they had such stringent laws against domestic violence about a battered wife. That's exactly what this dude looks like. He looks like a battered wife. He looks like freaking Ngannou whooped him like a woman. This was a really bad look for boxing, and it goes and to go after round by round. I never like round by round scoring. I honestly, I haven't sat there and I haven't watched the fight. I haven't watched it. Okay, if you lived in a cage or a cave or whatever. If you live in a cage, you got a way better chance of seeing what happened last night. You got prisoners passed around cell phones, and you got like TVs in the common area and stuff. But if you lived in a cave, in case you didn't know, Tyson Fury took on Francis Ngannou last night.
Yeah.
For the quote-unquote baddest man on the planet. It was supposed to be an exhibition fight. The odds makers, the boxing pundits, Tyson Fury, everyone thought that he was going to toy with this guy. He's going to toy with Francis Ngannou and play with him, and obviously that isn't what happened. He got touched up really good. Now, as far as the scoring goes, right, he won the fight. And I haven't sat there and I haven't broken without me sitting down and scoring the fight round by round myself, which I haven't had a chance to do because I haven't been able. I did watch the fight live. I hadn't been able to see a replay, but without me doing that, I don't have a problem with this with him winning the fight round by round because all right, you got first round comes out, that was the most active Tyson Fury was. Definitely won that round. Won that round 10-9. It's still not much happened. Second round, not much happened in it. And all these rounds where basically nothing happened. A 10-round fight. All these rounds were pretty much nothing happened. Tyson Fury was getting away with the jab, pretty much just jabbing Francis a little bit. Not even controlling the ring, just outlanding with punches, outpointing him. Right. All these rounds that were 10-9 rounds, he won. But who really won the fight? Like. This don't pass the playground test. Who got their ass kicked here? Go ahead and play the other clip we got, the knockdown.
Oh, no momento, por favor. But yeah, sure. Just Go do some things and find. All right, so that was that one. All right, guess it's this one. Last stop in time. Oh. All right.
Yeah, the reason I don't think we'll get in any trouble. This is shot by a fan. I don't think we'll get any trouble for this. See that little exchange that we saw?
Yeah.
Nothing like that in this whole fight. The whole 10 rounds. Tyson didn't come close to doing anything like that to Ngannou. He didn't even get hurt. Look at his face. Look, he's on Queer Street when he gets hurt. I'm talking about Tyson. When Tyson gets up, look at his face. He said he didn't even get hurt. He says a flash knockdown, he didn't even get hurt. Look at his face. Look, hold on, when if you can see it, look at his face right there. He don't even know where he's at. He's like trying to figure out where he's at right now. He's like waking up. He's like me when I was looking for my hat. Okay, that's what that guy. All right, so you get okay. You catch an uppercut, right? I mean, catch an uppercut that leaves a knot right here, right? You saw that knot, and it was bloody too. They cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Leaves a knot right here. You got the black eye. You got that freaking knockdown. I mean, it's obvious to a school kid who won that fight. If you sat somebody down that didn't understand the 10-point must system and didn't understand round by round scoring, and there's less and less people that understand it, and even people that freaking actually do round by round scoring that our judges don't seem to understand it sometimes. We know from watching MMA fights, right? If you sat anybody down and any casual observer that don't know how to score boxing, and you ask them after watching that fight who won that fight, get real. Come on, man. Now, I'm not going after boxing judging criteria. It's been done like this forever. And there's a lot of people using the boxing judging criteria saying that Francis got robbed anyway. But, you know, I had a $50 bet on this fight. And my $50 bet was on Ngannou. It was just straight for him to win. It was plus 700. It was going to pay $350 if Francis Ngannou did win this fight. Now, going up to when it went to a decision, I already knew I lost. And the reason I knew I lost is because here we are. He's fighting against a champ. You have to beat the champ. We're using round by round scoring. There was only really three rounds where Francis was dominant. There's really only 3 rounds of this fight where Francis was dominant. But to me, it was enough to win a fight. When you do that much damage and the other guy don't do any damage at all and just kind of like freaking jabs around, scared to engage at times. At the end of the fight, it seemed like both fighters might have been tired, both scared to engage. I'm talking about the 9th, 10th rounds. The 8th round was all Ngannou, 100% all Ngannou, right? The 8th round was all Ngannou, made him look bad. I mean, here's the thing. Ngannou never looked bad in this fight. There was times when Tyson Fury looked like shit. He looked like absolute garbage. And the way this guy and the arrogance of this guy acting like this didn't even happen, and in the interview, you know, acting like it was a righteous decision. You think the guy would be a little bit more humble. You know, you think. I mean, I get it. He's a champion. You got to be delusional to be a champion, and maybe his head's a little scrambled, and maybe he don't exactly know exactly what happened every round. But to get your ass kicked like that, and to have the reaction he did. It's kind of a turnoff, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys see the fight?
I didn't. I tried to, but then I had to balance that with the World Series and doing the bar last night, so I didn't catch shit.
Right on. I understand. You got life. You got everything going on. You can't worry about Pook segment. You know, you got to worry about your own segments and your own show. But that being said, you did watch the ESPN highlights.
Yeah.
Was there any highlights of Fury doing anything?
Not
I mean,
really,
I watched the whole entire fight. I don't remember. I maybe remember Fury connecting with a couple of hard punches that really didn't seem to do much damage. Other than that, he didn't do anything to win that fight, man, outside of prance around and hit him with a jab here and there. And the crazy part of it, too, the clinch, they acted like They acted like Francis was the one that was going to have trouble with the boxing rules. It seemed like the linear heavyweight champ was the one having a problem with the boxing rules. He's the one that landed a freaking elbow. Looked intentional as hell to me. He's the one that was constantly clinching with Ngannou. That did not work out well for him. You ain't pushing Ngannou around. He thought there was a time earlier on in the fight, midway through the fight, where it looked like he thought he could freaking push Ngannou around like he did Wilder, the way he leaned on Wilder and freaking used up his energy. You're not going to do that to Ngannou. Ngannou freaking weighs just as much as you, or a few pounds lighter. Ngannou is way stronger than him. It was not going to happen. So, but to answer my question, did you see any positive, besides maybe a couple of jabs getting landed, maybe a right straight here and there? Did you see any highlights that made Fury look good?
No.
None. No, and that's why I got a problem with the freaking 10-point must system. It sucks for MMA. I mean, it's all going to be with boxing. They ain't never going to change it. Not now. I mean, it's institutionalized. They might not ever change it for MMA, but I'd love to see them change it for MMA. I think fights should be judged on their entirety. Either that or have open scoring. If you're going to do it round by round, have open scoring. Then there's no bullshit. What I'm saying by open scoring is like in Bloodsport, you could see that you could see that Jean-Claude Van Damme was ahead or behind in the fight right now. Like live scoring, like you're seeing it. You're seeing what the judges are putting down round by round. Oh, you know you're going into the fourth round that you're down a round. The whole stadium knows. As a matter of fact, the whole stadium just booed the announcement of who just won that last round because they don't believe it. They don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have round-by-round scoring, I'd like to see it be open scoring. There's way better ways to do this. Definitely needs to be changed in MMA because there's enough people that want to change it. But boxing, I don't think they're ever going to change the way they do it. And I wouldn't mind going back and rescoring this fight, but I don't have to. Because, you know, if something like the playground test, man, I swear, man, there was that book. Pops, you probably know it because I remember it from when I was a kid. The guy wrote a book, Everything You Need to Know, right? Everything you need to know.
I learned in kindergarten.
Right. Well, man, the older I get, the more that shit seems to hold up, man. If it don't pass the eyeball test, man, this don't pass the eyeball test. Oh, Tyson Fury won? Really? Look at your face.
I mean, is there something to the fact that they knew this was an exhibition and he wasn't going to put it all out there for everybody to see?
There's some.
Ngannou was.
All right. Okay, listen to me.
What does Tyson have to prove being the champ? What does he have to prove? It's an exhibition. It's not for the belt. Why am I going to unload everything on this guy?
I'm glad you're coming after me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're coming after me because I got an answer, bro.
I'm coming.
I've been waiting for this.
At me, bro.
Because it's a fight.
Oh.
I got something. I got something.
You ain't supposed, when you're the heavyweight champ, you ain't supposed to get knocked on your ass by some guy who ain't never had a pro boxing match in his life. It's a fight. Because it's a fight, Minnie.
I got something to add.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You do know Muhammad Ali got knocked out by a wrestler when they had an exhibition match.
Yeah,
and Muhammad Ali got knocked out by Lyle Ladd.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I was probably 4 when that happened. Number one. Second,
well, that doesn't mean any. That's zero bearing on the fact that it happened.
Dude already had Parkinson's when he got in the ring against that guy. Okay, come on, man. That was a joke. That was after his retirement.
Before the Thrill in Manila.
You can't take. You're talking about Aoki, right? Or what was his name? But whatever.
In 1971.
Yeah, exactly. That's 4 years. Oh, it was before I was born.
That was the very first exhibition boxing match between a
I seen a
boxer
little bit of that.
and a wrestler.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of that. He's doing the butt scoot. He's laying on his ass. He's like, come down into my guard and all that.
And you know that Ngannou is now Fury's sparring partner for the Ersk fight.
For the Ersk fight?
Yeah, and they're best friends. They have the same agent. And
Well,
Fury
you know
used
what?
to fight in Tyson's gym and be trained by his father. And Tyson's father put him in charge of an MMA guy for Francis when he was a very young and up and comer MMA. Did you know that?
No, and the only reason I don't know. I don't know any of this. And what goes on behind the scenes, like it's like is what goes on behind the scenes. I understand is different than what we see. I get that part of some of this, but that being said, this was a real fight, and you're a real boxer, and there's no way in hell that Tyson was prepared for that. And if they knew what Ngannou was capable of, why would he come in so unprepared then, so ill prepared? Why would they even set this? This was a big one. If everything what you guys are saying is true, and this is an exhibition, and Tyson Fury didn't even put his best foot forward, and blah, this was a bad idea. This is a bad optic.
You know why he did that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
You know Usyk was there in the building, right?
Yeah, I saw Usyk.
So
I saw Usyk come in the ring after the fight. I watched the whole fight, bro.
They're going to fight December 23rd.
It's not happening. You heard what Tyson said. They're not happening. Not after this fight. It's not happening. You hear what Tyson said on the clip. I'll see you after Christmas. I'll see you after New Year's. It ain't happening. This derailed that fight. This was really dumb. This wasn't smart. You can't look past a guy like Ngannou.
Well, they talked about it in the ring about fighting December 23rd.
I understand that. I understand that. You see the Instagram clip I just pulled up?
Well,
pull up again. What does he say? I'll be surprised if they fight Usyk. And if Usyk fights him in the 23rd, I'll be surprised, and I'll apologize to you. But I don't think it's happening now. I really don't. Dude got smashed. Dude took some damage.
Don't you always end a boxing match though a little bit?
Nah, he wasn't expected to. You don't. That's why you don't expect to. He wasn't expected to. Obviously, he's taking a fight the 23rd of December, the next month.
Mm-hmm. A month is a good enough time to your face recover after getting pounded by some very large African man.
Who's now your sparring partner?
Yeah, and yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I don't.
It's an exhibition.
I don't see it your way, guys. Sorry. This is a big L. This is a big L for boxing. This is a huge L for boxing, and he looked like shit. And if you want to know something, this is the crazy thing. This is comments coming from people that didn't even see the fight, watch the whole fight. Tyson Fury was frustrated, looked like shit, looked scared in the later rounds. In the 9th and 10th rounds, he freaking straight up looked scared. So
yeah.
It was a real fight, and they were getting hit for real. It wasn't like Jake Paul fighting
Diaz brother.
No, that's not really a good example because I think Diaz was trying to win that fight. I'm talking about when Jake Paul fought Mayweather. And some of these other exhibition fights where Tyson fought somebody recently, like a year ago or so, and there was a no knockout rule and things of that
Joshua?
nature. No. Mm-hmm.
When he fought Anthony Joshua?
No, Tyson, not Tyson, Mike Tyson.
Oh.
When Mike Tyson fought an exhibition, I'm sorry, there's two Tysons here, very confusing.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson about a year ago. There's been a whole bunch of these.
Oh yeah,
but here's the thing: there's been a whole bunch of these fights, okay, and in all of these fights so far, no one's called out. None of these YouTubers, none of these boxers that did these crossover fights have ever called out Anderson Silva. And Anderson Silva is obviously retired MMA right now. Obviously, long tooth, obviously old, but look at his boxing record. Look what he's been able to do in boxing. None of these exhibition fights, none of these big pay-per-views involved Anderson Silva. They've cherry-picked who they've wanted to put in front of him. They've given over and over. They've given MMA a black eye in these crossover fights. This is a big win for MMA. Big win. No, you guys could call it an exhibition. You could say it didn't. I mean, it wasn't going to matter for any belt anyway, not any real belt. It was a fake Saudi belt that they just made up for this fight. I understand that. I know the WBC was not in contention in this fight. I get that. I get it was an exhibition, but it was still a fight. And if you don't believe it was a fight, go watch it.
Pook has some strong feelings on this.
Oh man, I got real strong feelings. I got strong feelings. I got huge feelings, and I mean, there's probably guys out there that love boxing and love the way it's scored, and it's the art of not being hit, and that it's the sweet science of not being hit. And if you don't like it, Pook, go watch your MMA, you meathead. I understand that. Okay, but still. This shit don't pass a playground test. When you get a guy that gets that badly battered, you got a guy that you get an exhibition, he gets that badly battered. And here's the thing: when you're talking about that Muhammad Ali thing with the freaking Japanese wrestler and all that, man, that's a whole different bag of. These guys were fighting with boxing rules. We were using all your rules, Tyson. We were in your house using your rules, and he still whooped you. We raided your JoJo and we whooped your ass. And that's how it is. We raided your dojo and we whooped your ass. We fought with your rules in your house and we still whooped your ass. 1 for MMA, 0 for boxing last night.
You mean 1 for PFL?
I'm going to, you want to talk about who took an L last night as well? Dana White, obviously. Who really fumbled the bag here? Who fumbled this bag? Who fumbled this bag? Why did Dana should have believed in this guy? The reason Dana didn't want, now this is the truth too. You call it an exhibition, this is an exhibition, doesn't have any weight, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, Dana White didn't want to do this. You know why he didn't want to do this? He didn't want to freaking take another L. He didn't want freaking Tyson going out there and making not Tyson. He didn't want Ngannou going out there and making the UFC's brand look bad. And he didn't want other fighters wanting to do this move. So he's like, okay, we did it with McNuggets. We're not doing it anymore. We did it with the midget. We did it with that really mean midget, and that's our thing. You got this really angry, mean midget. The guys like Mini, the drunken Irishman everywhere, seem to freaking embrace and love, right? You got this really rude person,
zero
right?
sugar
This
Mountain
is
Dew.
freaking bad news, right? You got this bad news guy, right? And you afford him all these opportunities. And you got this nice guy, freaking humble, grew up a poor kid, couldn't even afford a pencil, worked in a sand mine, escaped freaking complete poverty, is such a humble, such a good guy, has a skill set to actually beat a freaking world-class boxer, and you won't let him do the fight. But you let that munchkin, get his payday. I don't understand. I don't understand Dana White sometimes, but that's okay. Dana White's a very successful businessman. He took a big L last night, though. Took a big L in the public perception. Took a big L. I wonder what he has to say about Ngannou. I really haven't heard anything. I was looking for it, too.
He had a press conference about it.
Well, was that while I was asleep today? Had to be while I was asleep today. Couldn't have been last night.
I think it was last night. He was talking about the Ngannou fight. It was on Instagram. I didn't catch it. I missed it because when I tried to scroll down and find it, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it either. And you know what? I also saw clickbait that said he had something to say. So I couldn't find it either. So what did he say? I mean, if I was him, maybe I would say nothing. If I was him, I probably wouldn't have jerked freaking Ngannou around the way they did. Ngannou wanted to stay in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Ngannou just wanted to box. He wanted some fighter pay issues resolved. He wanted some other things resolved with fighter health care and things of that nature. But he probably would have let that go if they just would have let him box. They wouldn't let him box. That's why they separated. And there's a lot of people that thought that Francis really effed up, fumbled the bag, screwed up by not going with Dana White. He obviously, I don't know how buddy they are. I don't know about all the sparring partner stuff moving forward between Tyson and Ngannou and all that. Obviously, they got to be pretty friendly with the Furies for the Furies to put this fight on, because it's obviously coming from the Fury's people, because there's only so many people on this planet that could put something like this together. You know, the Paul brothers being one of them, the Fury family being another, you know, the people that handle Anthony Joshua, these big promoters, there's only so many people that could put a big fight like this together. And that's the other reason why Dana White didn't think this was going to happen as well. He didn't think they'd be able to do this. I guess we can move on a little bit from this fight. I don't think I'm ever going to move on from this fight. I think you can talk about me. I think you can talk to me 3-4 years from now, and I won't be moved on from this fight.
Well, they're gonna have to fight again, real for something, then, right?
I mean, I don't know if you're Tyson Fury, you ever want to fight that guy again?
Yeah.
If you're a top boxer, okay. If you're Wilder or Joshua, really, if you're Wilder, Joshua's got a better shot, but Joshua's still probably get fucked up. If you're Joshua or you're Wilder, right? Do you really want to fight Ngannou?
Yeah. You want to fight for real, belt on the line. Let's do this. Moving forward.
Yeah, I only saw the highlights. I'm just saying, maybe Fury didn't have the foot to the floor.
And he said he looked a little scared. He's like, "Oh shit, this guy's got more than I thought he did."
He didn't look scared. He didn't look scared at all. The first round, he was a bully. There was times in that fight when he was little.
Son, he was like, "Oh, dude, that hurt. That fucking hurt. Like, I didn't expect this. Okay, this is an exhibition. Maybe I fucked up, and we do this again, though."
He never, you know, you're not okay. I will run it back. I'd love to see it. He never actually was ever going to take it easy on Ngannou, if that's what you think. No one was going to take it easy on anyone. He was going to play with this dude with a cat with a mouse.
That's taking it easy.
He's going to bop him around. He thought he was going to get in there and bop him around a little bit.
That's called taking it easy, Pook.
Oh,
you just unraveled your own argument.
That taking it easy. Not if you're going to play with somebody and freaking comatose them. That's not comatose people ain't freaking plastering people ain't taking it easy. He was going to try to hurt freaking Ngannou, but he was going to play with him while he did it for sure. That's what he had planned. You know, this guy got exactly what he deserved.
All right,
he's so humorous. He got exactly what he deserved. And if you watch the fight, you'll probably feel more like me. I know the crowd did. I know the crowd there, the Saudis did. I guarantee it.
Well,
lighten up, Francis.
Not about. Anyway, moving on. John Jones is out. Shoulder injury. Hurt his shoulder.
Yeah. What did he do with the shoulder? What happened to his shoulder?
It was in training. It was in sparring. I think
what is it though? This is important. What did he hurt in his shoulder?
You know, I don't know that.
Find that out. Kind of important.
I don't. You know,
is it a rotator cuff? Is it? You know,
this is important to Mini because he's had shoulder injuries.
Well,
I know he's going to be out a while. I know that he's going to be out a long time.
Well, yeah.
Who's going to be out a while?
John Jones.
Oh, I heard it was a rotator cuff.
Oh, that's like, yeah, dude, that's like just for fighting. That's like 8 months, almost to a year. I mean, depending on what degree it was. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had.
All right, I pulled it up. I got Google.
Worse.
So
they're awesome.
What injury did John Jones sustain to withdraw from Stipe Miocic's fight? UFC 295. Okay. UFC CEO Dana White recently announced that John Jones is out of his highly anticipated title defense against Stipe Miocic at UFC 295 next month. The reigning heavyweight boxing champion reportedly suffering a severe pec tendon tear while wrestling. So, okay,
that's what connects your man boob to your shoulder. So that's a problem, especially for a fighter. If it's a tear,
that's why JJ Watt retired.
I don't know what degree of tear it is, but like 1 is 2 is 3 is and 4 is pretty much a
Bye-bye.
rupture. Yeah, it's a rupture. I would want to know what degree it is, but and if it is right, I mean, oh God, that could be the end of fucking Jones, man. It could be. It could be, because imagine trying to throw. Me just throwing a baseball lately is I'm baby stepping it. Like I'm tossing like 10 feet at a time right now, just putting a little bit of oomph. I can't imagine, sitting back, rearing back, and then throwing everything I have, twisting my legs, my waist, and everything into a punch with the arm I'm not sure about. That could be a problem for John Jones for sure.
It's like having sex with a broken dick.
And this is okay.
I don't know what a broken dick looks like, and nor do I want to know. But apparently, Devil Dog has an idea.
Okay, so this is still relevant then, because we're talking about John Jones, we're talking about Steve Bay, we're talking about Francis, we're talking about who is the best on the freaking planet right now. Who is the best heavyweight on the planet? Do you think that, in your opinion, do you think that John Jones? Do you think that Stipe Miocic? Do you think that Tom Aspinall? Do you think that Pavlovsky or whatever his name is? Do you think that these guys could do that, exhibition or not, against Tyson Fury? Do you think any of those guys could do that? No way.
No.
Who's the best?
Francis
Who's the
Ngannou.
best? Ngannou.
Yeah,
I rest my case. That's a Pook
Did you
segment.
imagine that guy played football? You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a middle linebacker named I don't know. You guys might remember him. He broke a quarterback's leg live on fucking TV.
LT?
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor, yeah.
He also reminds me of Christian Okoye, the Nigerian.
Yeah,
nightmare.
a little bit. Yeah, the fucking goddamn gigantic fucking legs of his.
Till Steve Atwater laid his ass out on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I remember watching that back in the day. I'd watch the sports writers on TV, and what it was a bunch of old men sitting around smoking cigars with their 1950s hats. I don't know if you guys remember watching that. And they used to talk about what's happened to boxing, and then the one old guy would say, "You want to know something? The best boxers right now, the guys that would be heavyweight champ are in the NFL right now."
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that was his thing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
So are you?
Ahead, what do you got? What else you got for us, baby? Anything else coming up in MMA? I mean, besides Stipe and the Jones.
So the John Jones fight's done. There's no John Jones fight. Next pay-per-view, that's not going to happen. The title's vacated. Obviously, they're going to have Sergey Pavlovic and Tom Aspinall fight for, I guess it's going to be I guess they're going to have like some interim title maybe or something. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, there is no John Jones fight. There's no Stipe fight. This is all bad news for the UFC. What happened last night was bad news for the UFC. And what happened with John Jones' injury is bad news for the UFC. I wish the UFC well. It was brought to my attention by Pterodactyl, and I also looked it up. That worth mentioning, just because if you're an MMA fan, I guess the one card I didn't have a chance because just like you, Minnie, I got a life. I got to go to work. I went to church with my lady. I did open. I slept. I had to get some sleep.
Whoa! You went to church?
Swear.
I'm making a very racist thing right now, but I'm guessing your girl's Catholic? ?
No, she's Baptist, actually.
What?
She's Baptist.
Oh,
they have those in Arizona?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wow.
Hey, time to bomb Arizona. Woo!
Oh, shit. This is my second church today. This is my second church today.
Yeah, you went to church? Pook at church?
Hey, you know what? Here, this is a crazy thing. I know we got a show to run real quick, but we're pulling up because we looked this church up on the internet. We're pulling up to the church. There's a freaking hole in the roof. The roof collapsed.
That's a Baptist church. Yep.
So they're having church. So they having church outside. So we went. We sat underneath the tent, and they had the church outside, and we barely caught the tail end of the sermon because
in a tent.
Yeah, there's
Hey,
multiple tents.
it's
Multiple, it's
always
like
under
awnings.
Jesus, Kyle. So back off.
We definitely all need Jesus.
We all need Jesus. We all need a little bit. Some of us more than others, especially Pook. But
Catholic. I'm
anything
good.
else, Pook? Before I go take my smoke break and Kyle.
Nah, it's time for a smoke break. It's time for a smoke break. You guys need to watch that fight.
And
then tell me how
all
you
the
feel.
way through.
Watch it.
You know what? Send me a link. Is it?
I want to find it because I want to sit there and do the round by round scoring. Because here's the thing: when if you score it legit, like even if you scored it legit, and I don't know if it was scored legit. They're very rarely are these boxing fights ever scored legit. But even if you scored it legit, all these pedestrian rounds, and that's the problem with the scoring. You know, the damage that people take don't even get in consideration because you can knock a guy around all you want in a round. You can beat the freaking living tar out of him. You can whoop him like he stole something and freaking lump him up, knock him down 3 times. As long as the ref doesn't start the fight, there's still only a 10-8 round. And then if they pitter-pat around and get on their bicycle and just out-jab you the rest of the fight, they're going to win the fight. And that's any fight. And that's the way it's judged. So, I don't know.
Well,
I don't really
stop letting him jibber jabber and throw everything in and one round
that's
to knock
boxing.
this guy out.
We know that's not boxing. That's part of boxing. Is not
It used to be with guys like Tyson and Muhammad Ali and George. I almost said the wrong George. George Foreman. Freudian
George
slip,
Floyd?
question mark. I wasn't gonna say it, you fucking. You had to do it. You know?
Well, that's what came in my head when you said the wrong George.
I know.
You didn't even say it. I wouldn't even have known.
But I don't know. It is what it is.
You guys
man.
get the foot off of my neck. That's all I have to say.
Oh, you poor baby.
Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Know your fucking place, trash.
I love you, dude. You're so fucking funny. You're killing me with this. It was a good job. Great report. Great job. I know we disagree, but that doesn't matter. Maybe we'll actually see another fight down the road. You find the link. You send it to me. I will watch the whole fight with my wife, who knows fuck all about boxing. Yeah. And the reason why I want to watch it with her is because it will be the playground test. If she says Nagano beat Fury, because she doesn't know anything about boxing, so but she's not an idiot. She knows she's watched combat sports. If she says he beat him, then I'm on board, man. I'm on board, and I'll watch the whole thing too with her. So
you'll definitely be on board. You watch this whole fight, you'll be on board.
All right. Sounds good. Good job, Pook. I love you, brother Bishop Pook Dawg. As always, you crushed it, son. This is where I dip out and weird out my neighbors because I walk out in a friar costume and smoke a cigarette. But this is where Doc covers some shit that. Anyways, and then we'll do some fantasy football. And then we'll do some baseball talk, and then we'll try and squeeze Pop's auto racing in the end. Pops, by the way, do you have slides for this week?
Yeah, there are.
All right.
10:28 show.
Good thing I asked before your segment. All right, cool. I'm good. All right, boys, don't burn the house down. Remember to let the cat out. I'll be right back in like 5.
Okay, so Orlando, Indianapolis, Boston, Milwaukee, Detroit are all in first place in the Eastern Conference for the NBA. Everybody else is either 1-1 or 1-2. Denver, Dallas, New Orleans, Phoenix, Oklahoma City. Denver's 3-0, Dallas is 2-0, New Orleans is 2-0, Phoenix is 2-1, Oklahoma City's 2-1. Everybody else is either 1-1 or 0-2, or God forbid you're 0-3. That's it for basketball. Moving on to hockey. There's 2 undefeated teams. My beloved Boston Bruins are 7-0 in the East, and in the West is the Las Vegas Golden Knights at 8-0. Other than that, I don't give two shits. So that's it for hockey. Moving on to college football. Georgia beat Florida 43-20. Ohio State beat Wisconsin 24-10. Florida State beat the crap out of Wake Forest 41-16. Washington scraped by and barely beat the Nerds from Stanford 42-33. Kansas defeated Oklahoma 38-33, and when they were done, Kansas's goalposts ended up in Potter's Pond, just outside the football field. Texas killed the Mormons of BYU 35-6. Oregon killed, this is very weird, both Utah teams, BYU and Utah, both got killed 35-6, one by Texas and one by Oregon. Pennsylvania barely squeaked by Indy 33-24. Oregon State lost to the Wildcats of Arizona 27-24. Old Miss, surprise, surprise, beat the ever-loving shit out of Vanderbilt because they're not playing baseball 33-7. Notre Dame killed the University of Pittsburgh 58-7. Georgia Tech beat North Carolina 46-42. Louisville beat Duke 23-0. And no, they weren't playing basketball. Air Force beat Colorado State 30-13. Tennessee squeaked by Kentucky 33-27. Tulane squeaked by Rice 30-28. UCLA beat Colorado 28-16. USC barely squeaked by the hair of their chinny chin chin to the University of Cal. Those crazy libitards up in Berkeley, 50-49. And James Madison barely squeaked by Old Dominion 30-27. That's it for college football. Scores. AP top 25, Georgia's 1, Michigan's 2, Ohio State 3, Florida State 4, Washington 5, Oregon 6, Texas 7, Bama 8, Penn State 9, Oklahoma's 10, Ole Miss 11, Notre Dame's 12, LSU's 13, Missouri is 14, Louisville's 15, Oregon State is 16, Air Force is 17th, Utah is 18th, Tennessee is 19th, UCLA is 20, Tulane's 21, Kansas is 22, James Madison's 23, SC's 24, and Kansas State is 25. There are 6 teams that are still 8-0, and one of them is Air Force. That's it completely for college football. NFL scores. You have the Bears playing the Chargers tonight. So Pook will probably be watching that. The Ravens beat the Cardinals 31-24. The Cowgirls killed the Rams 43-20. The Vikings slaughtered the Packers 24-10. The Houston Oilers of Tennessee beat the Atlanta Falcons 28-23. The Saints beat the Colts 38-27. The Dolphins slaughtered the Patriots 31-17. The Jets beat the Giants in overtime for the Battle of New Jersey 13-10. The Jaguars beat the Steelers 20-10. The Eagles beat the Redskins 38-31. Panthers beat the Texans 15-13. That's an interesting score. The Sea Chickens beat the Browns 24-20. The Broncos, in a surprise turn of events, beat the Chiefs 24-9. The Bengals beat the crap out of the 49ers 31-17. And the Bills beat the Buccaneers on Thursday 24-18. And Monday night, you had the Raiders playing the Lions. Other than that, that's it for football and the standings. We are good. You can do fantasy football now, dude.
All right. So here we are. the second annual Brittany Gringer. Instead of Griner. Memorial fantasy football team, all filled with vets short of 3. It's 9 vets, 3 non. We'll go to the first game. Of course, it's always usually mine. It is just because I'm looking it up. I guess that's why it is. Tacos Ghost Monkey 5-2 versus Mar-a-Lago Raiders 2-5. Personal projection for 123 and 149. I thought I was going to lose instantly because of Brock Purdy developed, and I don't know how this happens, on the flight home from the last game, developed concussion-like and was on concussion protocol all week. And then they pulled him off, said he was good to go. So to Cincinnati, a very embarrassing loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, in my opinion. The Bengals are kind of rubbish. It is what it is. But yeah, right now it's looking live projection, or live score right now, 4. The live projection is 214 to 174. I think I got this one wrapped up to go 6-2. I think I got it. He's got Austin Eckler going, which could be a problem. But I also have Keenan Allen going. So I think it might wash, and I'll pull this one out. Next game on the list, Blaming on the Crayons, which is Doc's team, versus J-Dubs Living on a Prayer, former champion of this league. Original projections were pretty close. Live right now, not so much. Looks like J-Dubs is topped out. Blaming on the Crayons as about what?
I've got one guy left playing on Monday.
Yeah, you've got what?
Josh Jacobs.
You already got him beat anyways, right? Like he can't score any more points. So
yeah, it's
done.
over.
You won. So you improved to 3-5. J-Dub goes to 4-4. Next one on the list. Can you dig this? Which is Lunchbox's wife, Nikki. She's 3-4 against Combat Santa. Uh-oh. The Combat Santa might be going down.
Yeah, really.
Original projection, she had no chance. Right now, she's up by basically 20.2 points.
But a projection of only 1 point ahead.
Yeah, but yeah. Basically like 1.5 points.
And she's still got people going.
Yeah, she's still got people going. He's got Devontae Adams, and he's got Myers. So if Las Vegas doesn't have a very good game, can you dig this? Could take down the Combat Santa. And you know what that means? If he loses,
people,
I will back into first place if the Combat Santa loses by way of points. Next game. This is so I feel so bad for my wife. Mama Gonna Knock You Out versus Full Metal Vet.
It's done with.
Original projection 147 to 157. Live projection 184 to 195. Unless Jared Goff, who we all know, our old friend, I think he's still our friend. Richie called him cotton candy pudding soft. If he gets hurt or doesn't have a good game, then Mama Gonna Knock You Out could pull that off. But that's what it's basically going to take. Other than that, she's probably going to lose and go to 2-6, unfortunately. Yo Mama versus Oos Pops. Well, that's fucking over. Wow.
Yeah. I had to come back from last week after it lost to Pook. That was.
Oh, you always got to come back when you lose to Pook. Don't ever want to lose to Pook.
I don't think you guys like have seen like the changes I've made to my team. My team's getting beefed up, man. I beefed it up through waivers. I got a tough team. I would have had a monster score today if freaking Mahomes didn't shit the bed.
Oh yeah.
I would have had a monster score today if Mahomes didn't shit the bed. Look at my team I built up through waivers, man. This is pretty sick.
I got
Achan going on injured reserves really hurt me. But if Achan was healthy, oh my god, this is a freaking monster team.
I got footage of Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift on their way to. They got blown up. Damn, that's not true.
We didn't get to see that. It just skipped it all.
Are you sure? I could do it again. You want to see it again? Anyways.
I absolutely have hung on as long as I can, Minnie.
There you go. All right. So there's our convoy. Yep. Well, it just no.
Who blew it up?
Not me.
Was this terrorists?
Not me.
No, those were freedom
It had
fighters.
to be. This obviously had to be white supremacist terrorists because they're obviously the biggest threat to the United States.
Well, we don't have to
we
worry
have.
about Taylor Swift at any more interrupting any more NFL games. But back to the fantasy football. We still got a couple games to go. One of them I think is actually Pook's, isn't it?
We'll talk about that a little bit. I got.
Yeah, it's the last game. Pook's picks 3-4 versus Lunchbox, Fartbox 5-2. Original projections were 156 to 139. Looked like Lunchbox was to take it. And right now, Pook, you might be taking it down.
Well, I said Pook's
look
going to
at
win
Mahomes.
2 in a row, man.
Look at Mahomes. Yeah, I know. I got a much improved team. I told you. I beefed it up. Look at Mahomes' score. Mahomes ain't gonna do that every week, guys. These other guys might be able to put up these numbers every week, but Mahomes ain't gonna do that every week. He's gonna do better than that. So
You
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Gotta be lucky.
It's a little too close to call because he's got Herbert going, who can throw up some fucking points, right? And D Moore, he can put up some points. A former Carolina Panther, now Chicago Bear.
It's a coin flip anyway. So how do the playoff work? How do the playoffs? I'm not really worried about who's in first now.
All right.
How do the playoffs work in this?
What do you guys want to do with the playoffs? Do you guys? Okay, so we have a 12-team league. Originally, right now it's set for 6. Do you want me to bump it to 8?
No, 6 is fine. I'll make the playoffs. I'll be fine. This team's gonna be fine. All right, I'm gonna get going, guys. I gotta go to work. I gotta put my work clothes on. I'm not even gonna get a shower. All right, talk to you later. Gotta go. Thank you for everything.
Brother.
A few hours later.
Okay.
There, we took him out. All right. Real quickly, Pops, how fast can you go through this auto racing?
Yeah, we're going pretty fast if you need. Not a big deal.
Oh shit! I only have like there. All right, it finally actually loaded up. That was scary, but all right, I got it. Yeah, let's do this as fast as we can because we still got to do a fuck ton of baseball. I know I can look in Devil Dog's eyes and see he's got some things to say. At least you fucking hope so, because I need him to.
This one's got it's got a video right at the very start.
All right, here we go. Courtesy of NASCAR and Infinity Series, NBC Sports, USA Network, and YouTube. Insane overtime finish crash. Let's. Oh, do you want to say anything before we?
No, go ahead and get fired up.
All right, I guess I kind of said
I
everything.
gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, go to the bathroom. Here we go.
Not here. Hey. All right, this is going to be the restart with 3 laps to go. They will get there will only be 2 laps to go in after the restart. So, but what you have is all these front runners that are 2 guys in front have to win in order to make it to the playoffs. John Nemechek is in the inside. He just pulled off to the inside. It's going to be wild because Allgaier in the 7 car, and he's trying to get up there to get in there, but Creed and Hill are going to beat the hell out of each other. So you got Allgaier in the 7, Creed in the 2, and Hill in the 21. So Creed gives him a shove, gets him upside. So now they're coming down to the fourth turn, the third turn, I guess you want to say, and they slide up. Allgaier comes to the inside, and the whole field starts to crash behind him. Like, okay. But anyway, Allgaier comes up with the win and makes it into the playoffs. So I mean, it was typical Xfinity racing. Go on to the next slide.
Absolutely. Give me a minute. There we go.
We got to do it again. There we go. All right. The number 1 team in the playoffs this year is Sam Mayer.
Hey!
And we had a serious discussion earlier this year at Martinsville with this guy on the right, which is Ty Gibbs. Next slide.
I didn't end well for him.
He didn't win this discussion. But anyway,
no.
He is the number 1 player
in the fucking helmet on, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Anyway, never find a guy with a helmet
in the playoffs. Next slide.
All right.
So there he is. Sam.
No shiner there.
No shiner there. But he won his first race in NASCAR with the Bristol Craftsman truck wins. But look at this. He was born in 2003. So he is 20 years old. He's not even old enough to drink a beer after a win. So
Jesus.
All right, next slide.
Sir. Ooh.
This is the big winner from today's race or yesterday's race. And Justin brings a 707 into the winner circle and goes on to the playoff. Next slide.
I just want to comment on one thing about that. Love that it's Martinsville and there is that car is just fucked.
Destroyed.
Like, yeah. But look at the fucking official judging. Look at him. You tell me he's not sitting there judging? Look at him. Prick. Shave your bald ass white hair, fucker. Anyways, moving on.
So anyway, there's Justin, born in 86. So Justin's up there in age. He was the 2009 Rookie of the Year, the 2019, 20, and 21 most popular driver, which is pretty awesome, and was the 2018 regular season champion. He moved up into the Cup cars and just has not been successful there. Moved him back into the Xfinity, and he's going for the championship this year. Next slide.
What is that about?
What's that? Moving up and back?
Yeah.
He wasn't with a good team.
Oh, well, that helps. Yeah.
And he got this will crack you up. He was on in the pre-race activities. He was riding around in a truck with Junior.
Oh yeah.
And Junior says, you really aren't going to get anywhere in Cup with the team you're with. He goes, yeah, I know, but I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know what I can do. And Junior says, come work for me. and that's what he did.
Awesome. I like it. All right. Next slide. Oh, God.
John Hunter Nemechek. Now, you got to understand, John Hunter has serious problems to overcome. Number one, he's the son of Joe Nemechek, the 1992 Xfinity champion.
Yeah.
And Joe was known as Front Row Joe because Joe could always qualify the shit out of a car.
Yeah.
But anyway, John is going to drive for Legacy Motorsports next year. And that is, God, this is terrible. I can't remember. Anyway, it's the takeover of the Richard Petty's team. So anyway, that's where he's going next year. Next slide.
Oh, the old STP team.
Yeah.
Cole Custer.
Cole Custer is the fourth driver in the championship. And
was born
Goldust has been around for years. He too has moved back from the Cup cars.
How fucking old are we? He was born in 1990. He looks like he's 55 years old. am I exaggerating or am I exaggerating? He looks like he's 55 years old.
No, he's 30. I think he's 30 something.
He looks like he owns a home, works on a forklift, has 2.3 cars, 1.3 kids, a golden retriever, and is bitching his wife about fucking the mortgage expenses and stuff like that. That does not look like I was born 1998. Sorry.
I mean, he drives for Haas, which is Tony Stewart's team, and he just was not winning. And in 4 years of Cup with a first class team, you should be winning, and he wasn't. So then Tony says, "Let's move you back to Xfinity and build your ego back up." So that's what they did, and so now. He has in the first year back. He's got a chance to win a championship. So
good.
That's there. Next one.
Oh boy, how many more? William Bryan, huh?
William Byron,
these guys' birthdays
in the Cup Series. He was the 2018 Rookie of the Year, and I mean, not one more you can't say. He drives for Hendricks, and that's going to be a winner. Next slide.
Yes, sir.
Christopher Bell. This kid is unreal, though. You think about this.
He was born.
He replaced Kyle Larson at Keith Kunz Motorsports.
He was born.
So when Kyle Larson got out of the midgets, this guy went in and took his place.
He was born 2 months after. Wait, November, October, 3 months before I joined the Marine Corps. Is when this dude was born.
Anyway, the kid is talented. Won the Chili Bowl in 2017.
Oh, if you guys have never seen the Chili Bowl and you're listening right now or listening later, you have to check that out. Dad, when does that happen every year?
In February or January. I'm sorry.
Right. It is. They basically take us. It's a old. These auction cows there, right? Like that's the thing. Yeah. And they built a midget track there, and everybody who can drive a race car, I mean, everybody goes there to compete in the Chili Bowl, and it is awesome to watch. It is long. It takes a bit, but even if you just want to wait to the feature, it is awesome racing. And it is one of the most. Geez, how many people do they have show up for that thing? Like if they could put more people, they would put more people. They literally sell it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can't get tickets there now.
Midget racing is amazing.
They're all on hold. But anyway, Christopher has won this thing 3 times in a row. 2017, 2018, 2019. So he's the only guy that has won it 3 times. Now, you got to remember.
Is he going to drive open wheel in the future? Or no, he's driving NASCAR, I guess he said.
Right. So he left midget and runs for Gibbs now. So
why aren't you driving open wheel, man?
Because he makes more money in NASCAR on a salary. He doesn't have to win. Next one.
I know this guy.
Yep, he's a 3rd generation driver, which is pretty awesome. He's the son of a World of Outlaws and NASCAR champion Dave Blaney.
Yeah.
Now this kid signed with Penske back in 2012. He raced for a bunch of other people. Finally got back to Penske, and now he's making it into the championship series this year. Next slide. This is the guy that's got shot at championship again. Born in 1992. Feeling old, John? Anyway. Yes. I said primarily a dirt track open wheel racer with wins at the Kings Royal, Knoxville Nationals, and the Chili Bowl. So, I mean, the kid is unbelievably talented. He was the 2021 NASCAR National Champion after being kicked out of the sport for a year. So, I mean, the kid is unbelievably talented.
Because he's a horrible racist.
Next slide, you have to laugh at.
That Max Verstappen with a fucking sombrero on his face.
I had to let you know that he won the Mexican Grand Prix.
Guess he did. Where's his bottle of tequila? Jesus.
Lewis Hamilton came in a second. Charles Leclerc was third. Carlos Sainz was fourth. Lance Norris was fifth. George Russell came in sixth. So the F1 boys got their act together, and they were on. Where were they on? I guess they were on NBC today. So it's pretty awesome. Word is that IndyCar will race back at the Wisconsin Mile in August next year.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
When's F1 gonna race at? You know my track. You know my track, pops.
They love racing in Texas.
Road America, baby. When is F1 gonna race Road America?
Probably never.
Why?
Because Road America don't have the funding.
Well, fuck. Don't Wisconsin's got money to make that
Texas.
happen.
That's because
the
they get a humongous payday. Now, here's the thing, and this is the thing that's the killer, is the state of Texas is putting up a whole bunch of money for that race in Texas. Mm-hmm. And one of these days, that money's going to disappear. And one of these days...
they got that oil money. I don't see that happening.
I'm saying it's a political landmine. And you're going to see some people who are really upset when all of a sudden the nicest race they have is going to disappear.
Yeah, and they need to go to Road America, some Wisconsin.
No, if Texas don't have the money, it ain't going to Road America.
Oh, come on. You know how many fucking billionaires own homes in Door County? One of those motherfuckers needs to cowboy up and promote that, because I'm sorry, next to Nürburgring in Germany, Road America is the most beautiful technical track in the world.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. It is.
So
an awesome
make
track.
it happen. Just make it happen.
It's just that the money doesn't flow that way. I mean, look how long it taken to get IndyCar back to Milwaukee.
Well, I know. Well,
and that was strictly money too. So.
Well, yeah, but the guys who are doing it for years are two corrupt Greek gangsters. So weird. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: it's weird. Is that remember Go Racing?
Yeah.
The Jewelry organization.
Uh-huh.
They paid everybody.
Oh,
the people that came after them didn't pay everybody, but they weren't known as Go Racing crooks. So I mean,
I accuse the wrong people.
Yeah, Go Racing lost the contract. The people that followed them lost NASCAR.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry, you Greek gangsters. I apologize. I was wrong.
It is hard. It is really hard to apologize to the Jewelry brothers, but as how do I say it? Hard to get along with as they were. They did pay everybody when they were supposed to.
Well, there you go. All right. Wrapping up the auto racing report. Anything in the future we got to pay attention to real quick? Go.
No, I think we're fine.
All right.
Ready?
I am ready for some baseball, bitch. Let's go.
All right.
Get this done. Oh. Come on. Come at me, man. What do you got? Game one. What'd you think? Woo!
Game one, I wasn't quite expecting.
I'll show you what I was thinking in game one. Keep going.
I know it's the way both teams have been going in the postseason. Whoever usually scores first and can keep scoring usually wins. But when it was like neck and neck in those later innings, I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, you've got to beam the one guy that really doesn't need to get beamed. And then the following inning, El Bombe's away.
That's all I got to say so far.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'ma head out west where real women come equipped with scripts and fake press. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint, buy an old drop top.
All about the Rangers, baby. All about the Rangers. Win game 1 very convincingly. And then last night.
It was very convincing last night, too, but it wasn't.
It was not. Diamondbacks went fucking off. And here's the thing: people are really upset about the fact that it ended up like this. You know, it kind of everybody was actually as a poll last week. I saw 75% of these people on Twitter wanted the Phillies and Astros.
Yeah,
and I told Doc online, I was like, I think this is MLB script. They want the 2 most hated franchises in the World Series, so everybody tunes in to watch to root against the team they hate the most. Did it turn out that way? Did it? No. It turned out to be the fucking Arizona Diamondbacks where they play for rings in the desert. Mini, why do you say that? Because that's one of their fucking PR fucking things. They say it all the time.
Does Bush still have money in the Rangers?
He
was an owner before, but I don't know whether they stayed in.
But he did throw out the first pitch.
What?
This year and they won.
Time they did it.
So I think the next time they come back to Arlington, they need the president throw the first pitch out again. Now, I was shitty with him because he threw it from the front of the mound. And then I thought to myself, oh, shit, it's been 22 years since he threw it.
Well, did you see what him and Jeter were saying before he walked out there?
Oh, yeah, don't bounce it.
Well, that was after September 11th. Yeah.
No, before the game, he goes, remember what I said to you the last time you went up? He goes, yeah, everybody's watching you, so don't bounce it. And they're going to boo the hell out of you.
They didn't bounce it.
And he goes, so what do you got to say for me now? I said, well, you're in Texas. You can bounce it. Nobody's not going to get mad at you at all.
But yeah, I mean, the Rangers dominated game 1. The Diamondbacks dominated game 2. So it's tied 1-1. Now the series goes back to the Bob in Phoenix, Arizona. I couldn't get a hold of Pops, but Doc took the Diamondbacks. Pook took the Diamondbacks. I took the Rangers. Pops, we'll give you this chance. I tried to call you. It was late at night. You didn't answer. So we'll give you this chance. Who are you taking? D-backs? Or are you taking the...
No, I got to go Diamondbacks.
Rangers. What the fuck? Everyone's against me. I hate it. Oh, that's all right. That's fine.
I know you want the Rangers. I don't know.
That's fine.
Why do you want the Rangers?
Because they've never won the fucking World Series. That's one reason. That is one reason. And this is the other.
It couldn't be the curse of A-Rod.
The curse of A-Rod. Listen to you. That's hilarious. Look.
I mean, hey, if the curse of the Bambino is a real thing, then the curse of A-Rod.
All right, look, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to eat this, boys. You're just going to have to eat it.
Thrown in the mix and tossed out of bars. Sip the Tijuana. I want to roam. Find Old Town. Tell the fools to come back home. Start an escort service for all the right reasons. And set up
He's a cowboy, baby. The Rangers are going to take this. They're going to take it. The question is when, boys. So you all picked the Diamondbacks. I'm guessing because you picked the Diamondbacks.
No, only me and Pops picked the Diamondbacks.
Nope, I did too.
No, I'm looking at it right here. Pook, Astros in 6 versus the Phillies.
Okay,
you Rangers versus Phillies in 7.
Can you stop for a second? We're talking about the World Series. Fuck the LDS. Fuck the LCS. We're talking about the World Series. Okay, focus. You picked. I asked you the other night. You took the Diamondbacks. I asked Pook. He took the Diamondbacks. We just asked Pops who's going to win the World Series. He said the Diamondbacks. I'm the only person who took the Rangers to win the World Series. We did this just the other night.
Okay, so in how many games?
I think it's going to take 6 for the Rangers.
I said 7.
So you got the D-backs in 7. Pops
as my original pick.
I can't read it.
Hey, you can read it right there.
Diamondbacks 7 versus Rangers. I'm the only one that picked this.
That's the LDS.
No, that's the World
That's the LCS.
Series.
No,
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. The only time they played the Rangers is going to be in the World Series, so it can't be the LCS.
No, no. There's Astros in there. There's things. That's why I'm saying we had to start over, right? Because half the people who didn't fucking bet didn't.
It was me, you, Pops, and Pook.
Yeah.
But they're not some teams aren't in the World Series, so we had to re-pick, right?
No, when we made our picks, it was.
Dude, seriously.
Hey, relax. It was D-backs and Phillies and Astros and Rangers when we all made our picks.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm the only one on this panel that picked the Diamondbacks and the Rangers for the World Series.
Nobody else did. So what we did the other night was to pick who's going to win, who's in the World Series right now, who's going to win it. All right. Everything else behind that doesn't matter anymore. Does it? Because those series are gone. Who's in the series right now? The D-backs
and the Rangers.
So we pick that to win. I picked the Rangers to win. You picked the D-backs. Pops picked the D-backs. Who took the D-backs? So I'm the only one standing on Cowboy Island rooting for the Rangers to win. You ungrateful fucks. Jesus Christ. No love whatsoever.
Emotional damage.
When the highest paid person on the team will get a ring and he hasn't been on that team
that just blows me away.
May.
18 million he's getting?
Who?
Yeah. Madison Bumgarner. He's the highest paid person on the team.
Oh yeah, DFA May, yeah. The bum's gonna get a ring again. Hey.
Again?
Yeah. Hey, you know who blew his arm out? Who was his manager in San Francisco?
Bruce Bochy.
In San Francisco.
Bruce Bochy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, when he had his first arm surgery, it was Bruce Bochy. That's when Bruce Bochy retired.
It wasn't Dusty.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, in other news, Dusty Baker retired, and he I'm supposed to say something nice about him.
He never won a playoff game.
No, he won a couple World Series, and he's great, but he literally destroyed probably the greatest arm in the last 50 years when he was in charge of the 2003 Cubs. So everything he did after that, he can go fuck himself. You had a long career. God bless you. You did great. You were a great manager. You did a lot of good things, but you literally fucked up 2 people's careers. So
but wait a minute.
Piss off.
If the player doesn't have any say in this, right? They got to do what they tell him to do.
No, you have fucking zero say. Are you serious?
I guarantee you, if I can't throw anymore, I don't throw anymore.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Yeah, no, you're gonna.
Well, wait a minute. If I'm that fucking good,
yeah,
and I say I can't throw again, I bet you I get another team.
Well, Mark Pryor probably could have had that chance, and so unfortunately, Dusty Baker said no. You're gonna throw 200 innings in your rookie year and like it. And the year after 2003, when they almost went to the World Series, Mark Pryor's arm exploded. So you're going to tell me that was because of bad mechanics? Because it wasn't, because he had perfect mechanics. It's because they overthrew him. Because he was brilliant. I mean, brilliant through when they called him up, brilliant in the playoffs. even Greg Maddox said, "What do you think about Mark Pryor?" And he says, "Well, he's got the best pitch in baseball." And they're like, "What do you mean? Like he can put his fastball wherever he wants to, and that's the best pitch in baseball. If you can put your fastball wherever you want to, everything else is gravy." All right, so the series is tied 1-1. It is going back to Arizona, going to the Bob. The first series played in domes.
Yep.
First series played in domes. Fuck Mother Nature.
Now, do they have artificial turf now in Arizona?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, originally, remember Arizona had the field get replaced, or not replaced, but used to go out in the sun.
I won't speak on that. I will look that up real quick though.
Oh, the retractable dome.
Yeah, I think
they used to take the field out of the dome and let it get into the sun, so that it had a chance to grow. It was a weird deal that they did there.
That's weird.
Oop, hold on, I'm looking.
That is weird.
I'm looking it up. Chase Field. It's Chase Field, right? Now formerly Bakeland Ballpark. History. Yeah, I think they actually have real grass there. All right. So there you go.
Well, I know they had it originally, but I don't know if they kept it.
Yeah, it looks like they still do. Which is, you know, shit, you actually only have to close the dome during the summer. The rest of the time you keep it open. It's just so fucking hot there. April 20th, Madison was DFA'd. Yeah. I love the bum, man. I love them, man. God, what a gangster. But yeah, another guy that Dusty Baker, I'm telling you, blew his arm out. But honestly, look, I shook Dusty's hand in, oh God, when was it? 2008, 6, when he was with the Cubs. No, earlier than that. He started baseball before we had a man on the moon. So, congrats to winning what? 3 World Series?
I think he won 3.
That is 3 or 4. And congrats to being one of the biggest COVID freaks ever. But dude, you dedicated your whole life to baseball, pretty much your whole life to baseball. And God bless you for that. I love you for that. You'll always be a gangster in my book, no matter what you did to Mark Pryor.
And Kerry Wood.
Hey, when was the last World Series game played in Ranger Stadium?
2011.
Yeah, 2011. They played what was it, 2010, 2011? They both got shot down.
Yeah.
No,
so I thought there was some back in it. It was something with COVID.
No, we had that.
No, that's where they had. That's where one of the COVID games was played.
That's when the Braves won the World Series, right?
Yeah.
In 2020. Yeah, the COVID season. Yeah.
They played
never gonna win ever again. They're not. They'd have 0 fucking pitching. You know, Max Fried and Strider are gonna do it. The guy who wears pants 30 sizes smaller than a normal person to show off his thighs. Well, you know, if you could get location with those thighs, that would help you out a little bit. But apparently, it's more important to make your thighs look big to everybody else. Yeah, I don't know. Going the rest of the way, we all made our picks. I got the fucking Rangers. Everybody else has got the D-backs. So that'll be fun. There's some cool things to talk about this. I mean, like Odolis Garcia broke the record for RBIs in a postseason with 22, 23?
22.
Okay, 22. And Kenyon Marte of the Diamondbacks has hit in 18 consecutive postseason games. which has never happened in MLB history. Like, I don't understand why people aren't like, oh, it's the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. No, look, it's still baseball, man. And it's still, these guys are killing and fighting to win. This is going to be a good series. This is going to be an exciting series. You already tell. Rangers, boom, first game, done. You're like, oh, they're rolling. Nope. The fucking Arizona Diamondbacks come back. Hey, we play for rings in the desert, bitches. Woo! And they won, what, 9-1?
Yeah, 9-1.
So now it goes back to the Bob. I just call it the Bob. But back to fucking Arizona. All my boys need to do is take one. Right? And then come back home for 2 and close it out. So I'm still sticking with my Rangers, guys. I love Adolis Garcia, man, breaking that record. I love the fact that Kenny Marte broke that record. I know it's not, Yankees versus Dodgers or Phillies versus Astros, but it's still baseball. It's still elite baseball, and you should pay attention and appreciate the fact. Because guess what's going to happen? Somebody's going to win 4 games, and then we don't have any more baseball. Mm-hmm. And that's when Mini goes into a very deep depression. I have to pay attention to football, and then I have to pay attention to other shit that I don't really fucking care about. And then I have to wait for April 1st when pitchers and catchers report. And that's a long time, man. So enjoy it. Rage against the Dynamite, as Dylan Thomas will tell you. All right.
Hey, they say that the Chase Field is artificial turf now.
Is it now? All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's good for an outfielder or terrible for an infielder.
Yeah.
Why would it be terrible for infielders?
Because the ball comes at you that much faster.
All right.
Way quicker.
In the outfield, it doesn't matter because you can track it down faster if you run faster. But, yeah. What did Chris put?
Garcia, 20 hits, 8 home runs, 20 ribbies, and 59 at bats.
Who was the dude that went 4 for 4 last night and was 3 for 29 before that?
Christian Walker,
yeah.
3 for 29 and then goes 4 for 4.
Dude, that's how it goes. Jeez, like every game I ever played in baseball was because in semi-pro, that's what you do. You play doubleheaders all the time, right? And even in JUCO, you play a lot of doubleheaders, and it was either da-na-na, like I went 3 for 4, 2 for 4 with the dinger, or I went 0 for 4. Like that's just how it goes with some guys. So yeah, fam. Oh, this is Pops. You want to see some funny thing?
Yeah,
this Twitter interaction I have. This all right, Pops. We're in list. Pops, you have a Twitter account?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you need to help me.
He's been talking with Dallas Braden.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Hold on here. I'll find the damn thing wherever it is.
I think you put it in.
Did I put it in Sports Church?
It's either in Sports Church or in the highlights.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a Sports Church highlights. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll find it out.
You put something in the highlights with you.
Oh, there it is.
Braden.
There it is. So, I've always had a beef, and I've not made it. I've never been shy about Tommy Pham because he smacked my boy, Jock Peterson, right?
All right.
Over a fantasy baseball incident.
Football.
Fantasy football, right. And so I contacted Dallas Braden about this, and this is a reply that I got from him. I said, at Dallas Braden, I'd be on board the Pham train if you didn't smack my boy over fantasy football. Who does that? Dallas replied, someone you don't want to screw over when it comes to money. You can always catch a fade when it comes to the cheese, my dude. I loved it. I'm like, all right, cool. Next tweet was after game 1. And I said, at Dallas Braden, brother, that has to be the top 5 game one ever, right? It's epic. It's not like we get a walk-off bombs every World Series every year. Yeah. So we might have an in with the D. We might have them in the off season. We might get the Dallas Braden on here. That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Compare beers, talk about shoulder injuries. How much I hate left-handed pitchers and love them at the same fucking breath. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I can talk him into it. I'll might be able to talk him, but Pops needs to follow at Dallas Braden and talk him into coming on the show. Other than that, I think we've done our predictions. I think we're good. Unfortunately, there's no baseball tonight, which is very upsetting.
Travel day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they went really far. A state and a half over.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Wow.
You guys couldn't make that fucking shit happen in a day. Yeah, it wasn't like you were going from New York to LA. No, you were going from
you're going from Dallas, which is in the middle of the damn state,
to
across
Phoenix,
New Mexico to Phoenix, which is in the middle of the damn state.
What's that, like a 2-hour flight?
No, not even 2 hours. What are you talking about? Maybe an hour.
Yeah, so why the delay? Keep playing baseball. Fuck.
I think they needed to give Kevin Burkhardt a day off from, you know, the guy that does the pregame shit with he's got to sit next to A-Rod, so he's got to get his lisp.
Let's be honest. Why is that fucking piece of shit still a part of MLB baseball?
I am sorry, but just watching the interaction between Poppy and Jeter since Jeter came on board is utterly hilarious. Can we bring back Frank Thomas and get rid of A-Rod?
Yes, let's do this. Yes, nobody likes A-Rod. Nobody likes them.
That
great
list drives me
player.
crazy.
Great
that
baseball
list drives me crazy. I want Frank Thomas back.
No, what drives me crazy is he's a fake fuck, and everybody knows it. And everybody I've talked to, whether it be like on this or on Twitter or whatever, has said Alex Rodriguez is the fakest person on the planet. So why don't we just get rid of him? Why does MLB keep running him out there? Because he's pretty, I guess.
Because he was doinking J-Lo.
Well, not anymore. She's married to Ben Affleck again. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. All right, boys. Without any further contributions to anything else you have, let's do final thoughts. Pops, what you got?
You're trying to get this thing scheduled or put together for the show. I was looking about how I could highlight Kyle Larson's history in racing.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part is that it came up with 7 sheets of victories.
Interesting.
Oh, God. It's unreal. He's run 329 races over 11 years.
Yeah.
And he's won 30 of them, 30. I can't remember what the exact number is, but it is a bunch. And I mean, he's won in World Outlaws. He's won in midgets. He's won in modifieds, and he's won in a dirt stock car. The kid is just freaking amazing.
I love you, Chris. I mean to flip you off, but I didn't flip you off because I still, even Dallas walked me off from the Tommy Pham thing, but I'm still not 100% on Tommy Pham's side. So, but he did go 4-4, was taken off for a pinch hitter last night, which is, one, stupid because he could have gone 5-5 and probably set some kind of postseason record, but whatever. All right. Pops is wrapping up his final thoughts, and
you gotta move your microphone going wacko again, John.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
awesome.
There we go.
It's when you're on one side, it's fine, but then when you move over to another side,
Yeah.
It's dead.
So I gotta just talk right into the thing and just there we go.
Yeah, look like you're deep throating the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's not do that. Thanks. Thanks for that visual, Kyle. I appreciate it. And just for that.
Cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice.
Okay.
Actions have consequences. Just saying. All right, Kyle, what are your final thoughts?
Well, like I always say, if anybody ever reaches out to you, just listen. Other than that, tomorrow's a new day. How you start out the day, you can always change. Take it 1 hour at a time. Don't overplan. If you're going through something, reach out to your friends. They can help you out. Other than that, love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Mine is always the same thing. Remember, never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. There's plenty of resources out there. I've been there, done that. I will be 100% honest with you. Within the last 3 weeks, it has popped into my head at least a couple times a week. I have a beautiful wife, 2 kids who I adore. It is literally crept into my head. Crept into my head so far, I had gun in hand. Stop. Fuck. What am I doing? All these people are depending on me. All these people love me. And that's what you need to remember. A lot of people depend on you. A lot of people love on you. So reach out if you get to that point. Please, whatever. There is all kinds of ways to do that. On Facebook, there's 988. There's the VA. There's all kinds of ways. It sucks to reach out. You feel like a weak bitch, but fuck you. Swallow your pride a little bit and go do it. Without further ado, my son's going to lead us out.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.